Hopzeit! What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Backyard Beer Tastings. I am Beer Coaster Toby from BeerCoastersPodcast.com, and today I am in my beer garden, and I am enjoying an Autumn IPA from Deschutes Brewing Company, and that is the Hopzeit Autumn IPA. Yeah, so this is a traditional Marzen beer inspired IPA. Yeah, so they're taking the traditional Oktoberfest style beer, which is the Marzen or the Oktoberfest or even maybe a Dunkel, but this is the Marzen, and they've maybe Americanized it a little bit and threw in some extra hops. So this is the Hopzeit from Deschutes Brewing Company. Deschutes is out of Bend, Oregon and Portland, Oregon. Comes in at 7% ABV, 60 IBUs. So yes, this is inspired by the traditional Marzen beer. It's got German hops and I believe German malts. Alright, so on the pour, very copper in color. There's a little bit of redness in there, but it's mostly just a nice copper color. I got lots of particulates floating around in there, lots of chunks floating around. Started off with about a Yeti finger of head. Now I'm down to about a finger of head there, sustaining pretty well. Got some nice lacing happening on the nose. Big bready malts. Yeah, lots of like that whole like spent grain. Get a little bit of floral notes in there, but very, very earthy and malty. Kind of has a little bit of like a must happening too. Like there's this kind of musty, malty, very bready, like crust. Floral, yeah. Yeah, earthy, woody, malty, bready. Let's take a sip. Prost! Taking a sip, yeah. It's nice and sweet. There's like a honey sweetness in there. Very smooth. It almost has like a creamy texture to it. I'm getting a little like some hints of citrus in there, but of like a sweet citrus, almost like a candied orange. It finishes, there's a dry, astringent bitterness that it finishes with, and still a little sweet on the sides of the tongue. Nice little bitterness right there in the middle. Yeah, the nose is very, it's very like European. It has that malty, earthy, and then a little bit of that. It's almost like a sweet maltiness, like those big aromas that you get on brewing day in the brewery, where that's really all you smell is just this big malty aroma and like spent grain and just, yeah, I mean it's very interesting. It's very interesting. It's good. It's an interesting blend between a Marzen and an IPA. So you get the kind of, you get all the maltiness that you would expect out of a Marzen, and then you get all of the kind of citrusy hoppiness you get out of your typical IPA. So it's almost like a perfect 50-50 blend. It's very interesting. It's not as drinkable as a Marzen, you know, being at 7%. You know, this is, I'm starting to feel it already. So this isn't something that I would recommend, you know, getting a liter of at an Oktoberfest type event. But it is a very interesting style. I've never had anything like it before. I am digging on it. It does feel like autumn. It's interesting. It has like kind of along the lines of when you drink Celebration during the colder months. You know, here Celebration is an IPA, but it still has that nice kind of heavy malt backbone without being like a double IPA. It's just interesting how the spiciness kind of lingers and the hoppiness is still there, so it still feels like an IPA, yet it still has that kind of heavy malt, the heavy malty side, but not being too heavy, and still kind of feeling seasonal. So I mean, this definitely feels like autumn. It's very good. For a pint rating on Beer Coasters podcast, what we do is we do a 5-pint rating system, so 5 being the perfect pint. I mean, I can look forward to this every year. I wonder if Deschutes is going to keep doing this every year. Yeah, I'm going to go 4.5. I mean, I really like this beer. This would be great with Thanksgiving dinner. It'd be great to, you know, introduce somebody to just another style. Hey, you like IPAs? You know, you should check this out. It's a different kind of IPA, and yeah. So Deschutes Brewing Company's Hopzeit IPA, 4.5 pints here on the Beer Coasters podcast. Go to beercoasterspodcast.com for over 300 episodes. You can subscribe on iTunes and on Stitcher. We also have a YouTube channel. And we're on Twitter and Facebook. Go to DeschutesBrewery.com if you want to learn more about what Deschutes has to offer. And if you want to learn more about the Hopzeit. So there you go. Hopzeit, Deschutes Brewing Company. I'm Beer Coaster Toby, signing off. Thanks for joining me on another backyard beer tasting. I'll see you next time. Cheers. Prost!